Hello guys, and welcome to what I am going, I apologize, to assume is a long plan with me, because a lot of really irritating things happened this week and I just can't wait to tell you guys all about them. This is also the last spooky spread. We went into November a little bit. I know I haven't mentioned it, but this spread is for November 1st through the 7th, and we are going to be using Haunted House by ScribblePrintsCo. This is the ultimate kit. Loved it. Elisa from Plannahannah, I think is her name, uses this kit with these same underlays I'm going to, and it just got me hyped. I love that box. But what I also love is this tall box. Like, come on now, she is stunning. I'm going to be using the Spidey underlays from my shop, which are no longer available, but they are on Emily's freebie, so if you want to use her PR code, you can get one of them on there. I did get the 15mm washi strip. I have these 2 pages from an SPC foil bundle I'm going to use for overlays and headers. I do have some silver corners from my shop, and you guys should be seeing this post Black Friday. So these are available now, 15mm washi strips, which come with a bunch of deco bits. This is style Moon 2. And yeah, I think we will just jump on into it. I need to first assess how many of these boxes I want to use so I can figure out how I want to do the sidebar. Honestly, there's 8 here. This one, 9, 10, and the other one, 11. So 7, 8, 9, 10. Is there one that I don't really care for? I guess I don't really care about this, so I won't use her. Okay, you guys, we got it situated. Okay. So as per usual, I will answer random questions from the internet while I do the base, because I am not an interesting enough person to come up with things to talk about for that length of time. At least I know that about myself, okay? I think I'll do the baby and this one in the sidebar, just so I don't have to think about it. I can just look at this sheet during the spread, which I've been doing a lot recently, and it has made things easier for me because I'm an idiot, period. Okay, so let's find where I was. I think I'm on what color are your eyes, which is kind of a stupid question, but my eyes are brown because I'm full of shit all the time. Yeah, I kind of hate having brown eyes, honestly. To be fair though, sometimes when the sun shines on them, my eyes do look green. My mom had the most beautiful, bright ass green eyes, almost didn't look real. They were so beautiful. And my dad has brown eyes, so green is the most recessive of all eye colors. So it was not very likely that I would get green eyes, and I did not. I just got plain old brown, sadly. Have I ever been to an art gallery? I don't really know what counts as an art gallery. I've been to an art museum. I've been to the Louvre in Paris, which I think is top tier art gallery. I forgot to pull out my date numbers. My binder with them in it is actually right here, so it's not a big deal. Here they are. These are from my shop in silver, and these are in font choice 5. And I'm just gonna pop them in. I do love that this week started on Planner World, because planners start on Monday on the 1st. That is so very satisfying to my mind. And a good old 7. Okay. Cute. I do think that there are 2 scenes in this kit, which is something I need to think about. Wait. If I'm going to use 1, 2, 3 in the sidebar, then I need to not use something else from here. Okay. Getting stressed out. I need to flip back to a spread where I had 2 scenes so I can see how she works. Okay, we'll figure it out as we go. So since there's 2 scenes on this page, we're gonna go all the way across with the underlays. Well, I go on to my next question, which happens to be, do I shout out answers to the TV while watching a quiz show? If I'm watching like Family Feud, hell yeah. I'm like saying what I think the answers should be. And then when everybody in the family is like, good answer, and it's fucking dog shit, I'm like, no, y'all are stupid. That answer sucked ass. So yeah, I'd say probably. Or am I a valuable asset on a pub quiz team? Does that mean like when you go to like a bar for trivia night? I don't really know what that means, but I'm terrible at trivia night. Me and Chris used to go all the time at like his old place of employment before they became pieces of shit. And it was fun to go as like something to do, get out of the house. Like it's free to play. Buy like a couple of appetizers. But I was not good. By any means. By any stretch of the imagination. No, I'm not an asset. Have I ever won any kind of quiz myself? No, probably not that I can think of. Do I ever get over involved with TV or movie plots? I mean, like, I'm obsessed with Harry Potter and everything about it, so kind of. And like when I watch shitty reality shows, I get really invested with certain like contestants and stuff, especially like on Love Island. Oh my god, over invested. Do I own any inflatable furniture? Do people actually own inflatable furniture that's not for the pool? If you do, please, you can head over to like Big Lots. They have pretty cheap furniture that's like cute. IKEA. That's where I got this table, where I got my couch. Like anything but inflatable furniture sounds like the move. What's the highest hill or mountain you've climbed? The little anthill in the backyard. I don't climb things, mountains. No, that's not. You picked the wrong girl for that. Do I have a piggy bank? No, and I had one as a baby, but there's some drama around that and what happened to it, so we'll just get past it. What's the fastest you ever traveled in a car? I don't know, like maybe 100 and something. Shh, don't tell my dad. Actually, really. Listen, I had a Mustang as my first car. It happened one time and it was really scary. Have I ever hand milked a cow? Fuck no, absolutely not. I don't want to drink the milk, so I ain't doing that shit. We use almond milk in my house, so don't got a need for any of that. And I'm lactose intolerant, so I extra don't have a need for that. Cute. I am really liking this. It's actually nice to be, I just laid down my spread for next week in like my day-to-day planner, and I'm doing like mixed foil, so it's like more complicated. Like you have to really think about it while you're putting everything down to make sure you don't mess up. So it's kind of nice to be able to do this easy. Do I have popcorn in the movie? I love popcorn in the movie. Like that's something that like, it makes my heart feel full. Like it reminds me of like the best parts about my childhood was like getting up on the couch with my dad and he would pop some popcorn. We really liked the kind that was like the black kernel popcorn. That shit was slamming, but any popcorn would do. He'd melt like extra butter on it. And like our thing was to always mix peanut M&Ms with the popcorn. So we would do that and like watch movies. I don't know why. It just really makes me think of it. One of the biggest movies I watched like a million times. I don't know why, as like a child, was like King Kong, like the Jack Black version, according to Chris. I didn't realize he was in it, but whatever. We would just watch King Kong, eat popcorn. Like I just ripped this. This was like a me problem, ripping this off like a fucking animal. I'll fix it. But yeah, it's just something about it. It's so nostalgic. Like I always have popcorn and peanut M&Ms in my cupboard at all times. Whenever me and Chris are watching a movie, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go pop some popcorn, and then We'll snack on it. Yeah, I love popcorn in the movie. I think it's a very fun, great, lovely time. I love this kit. These colors are not like my vibe whatsoever. They're actually very much so not my vibe, but I don't know. Something about that's so crooked, but there ain't much I'm gonna do about it at this point. Also, I have the world's like most gigantic box, literally from like almost the last year, of kit leftovers and like D-stashes, like underlay rolls that I'm never gonna use because I just make my own underlays that I prefer, like a lot of shit. And I plan on doing a giveaway for it all on my Facebook page, so like you should go join that. It's just Plannahannah on Facebook. Okay, I think I'm actually going to get to use all of the boxes. I must have miscounted. So we love to see that. Let's go on. What's the furthest I've ever gotten a paper airplane to fly? Like, not far at all. I can't do paper airplanes. Nope, not happening. Have I ever built an igloo? I mean, it snows enough here that you could probably build an igloo, but then I'd have to be outside in the snow, and I would prefer not to do that. Even as a child, I didn't really play in the snow. Just not a fan ever in my entire life of the outdoors. So, yeah, no, I'm gonna pass on the igloo making. Can I play the harmonica? I mean, like, not well, but like I can blow into it and make sound come out, if that's what you're asking. But like play a song? No. Have I ever made a ball of twine or rubber bands? No, don't really know how to start a rubber band ball, honestly. Nor do I even own a single rubber band. Would you ever be a living organ donor? No, for the simple fact that I'm so in the plan with me using the Boo Kit from SPC, uploaded a couple of weeks ago at this point. I talk about my severe medical anxiety and what led to it, but because of that, I would not be a live organ donor. I mean, say like my sister needed my kidney or she was gonna die, yeah, I'd do it. Say Chris needed a piece of my liver, he was gonna die, yeah, I'd do it. But like to just go in and be like, okay, let me donate a portion of my body today. No, I'm not. It's just not gonna happen, being honest. So let's put this in. I don't know why, I just thought the moons would look really pretty with this. I was going back and forth. I had a couple of like twinkly options from my shop or like bows, but like, I don't know, something about the moons just spoke differently to me with this kit. Like a haunted house, spooky-ish vibes. That's really pretty. I love her. Okay, on to the sidebar. I'm gonna do the little booklet, like not booklet, like a little flap. I don't really know the best way to word that. Gonna have a little pop-up book, foldable book situation so that I can use all of the full boxes, because if I'm paying the money for an ultimate kit, we better have an ultimate experience, and who doesn't enjoy this? So if you want like an in-depth video on page extenders, you can check out Rosie Plann's video, or I think Andrea from SPC also did a video on it. I'm not a professional on this topic. I'm not even very good at it, but here's what I do. This I think Andrea started with like cutting up just like sticker paper so that it makes your planner less bulky. We're gonna do that. We're gonna have the ones that I don't like as much on the inside. Obviously, we want the ones that I love to be on the outside. I've completely switched to doing a decorative sidebar. I used to do a checklist where I would put like the one thing I'm thankful for every day, which like, not that I'm not thankful for things, because I absolutely have a lot of things in my life to be thankful for, but it's like a lot of the same things every day. Like, I live a very mundane life. Like, I don't really do much, so it's like every day I'm thankful for Chris in my shop. If I see my sister, then I'll put her. Like, nothing, it was just becoming very repetitive, or I would just like forget to fill it out until days later. So we've gone to being a full functional queen. I kind of left a little bit of space there by accident because I didn't line things up properly. But we're just gonna roll with it, okay? And where's that tall box with the girl on it? Because she is so cute. No, no, no. Oh my God, why do I do things like this? Is it back in? Yeah, there she is. Back in this week. Okay. We're gonna put the tall girl here. Okay, what's my next question? I have been liking talking through doing the deco and stuff. So we're just gonna keep rolling with it. So what's my favorite science? What's my favorite science? Biology, physics, or chemistry? I did not take physics. I really liked chemistry, honestly, and I was, not to like be like, ooh, I'm so good. I was really good at chemistry. The way my teacher did it was like every single, I think, month, she would like have a list of the people who had the top like grades in the class, and they would essentially get like a couple of like homework passes and shit for like doing good in the class and yada yada. Could get extra points on their, like, had like a one-time like extra points on the test type situation to like motivate students to care about the class. And she was a really good teacher. However, one day she just like, speaking of like haunted house, it just stopped coming, disappeared. We never, ever, still to this day, were told what happened to her, where she went. And then we got like a random substitute who didn't know chemistry. It was just like this random sub, and he was awful. It was Mr. Andrews, and I hated him. And we would just, it was basically my entire chemistry class just became a study hall. We got like exempt from like the end of year final, all of the shit, because we just didn't have a teacher for a long time. And so, yeah, that sucked. So I went from really enjoying chemistry to not understanding it at all, because by the time we did get a new teacher, she had to play catch up for like the literal 2 months. We missed on like learning lessons. Therefore, we were just so behind, so terribly behind, that it was, we like had to rush through everything, which made chemistry very, and I mean very, unenjoyable. Okay, usually I do the deco first before I do this. I'm gonna do the deco before I do all of these full boxes. Let's put the weekend banner in. I've been trying to be better about using, oh my God, I just ripped it a little. Why am I such like, ugh, savage at pulling shit up? I rip everything. I didn't rip the 15mm washi strip this time though. I like have been like actively telling myself, Hannah, calm down. It's okay. You don't need to like rush through everything. But what can I say? But yeah, so I really did enjoy chemistry until that happened, and then it just became a very frustrating class because we were so far behind on everything, and we were trying to play catch up, which is never fun when you're like learning science, like, no. So ended up hating it after that, but that would be my favorite. I also loathe biology. I am like one of the most squeamish people I know. It's just like a strong no from me. Just like thinking about like the word blood freaks me out. So learning about the human body just doesn't work for somebody who doesn't do well with gross things, because your body does a lot of fucking nasty shit. I know people are like, oh, it's the human body, it's not gross. No, it may be the human body, but I still think it's gross. So yeah, there's that situation. Not the biggest fan of science in general. I just liked math, and that was basically it. Okay, what is up next? Could you ever go out with somebody just because they're rich? Honestly, yeah, probably. I mean, I like told myself if like by 30 I wasn't like with somebody for love, I was just gonna go for somebody with money. But I went with love and not money. But like, I literally, no shade to you like sugar babies out there. You do you, boo. You get that coin. I don't give a fuck. I tried a little bit in like my online dating like times. I would look at the people's jobs, and if it was like engineer, doctor, I would just automatically swipe right on them. But like, I'm not trying to stereotype people who like have like good jobs like that, but all of the ones that I talked to were the most dull, boring individuals I think I've ever spoken to. They were so boring, could not hold conversations. The ones that I did like go on dates with were just so fucking boring. Like, if you can't hold my attention on a first date, like, we are not going very far, sweetie. So, yeah. I'll put this on here, and then I'm gonna do a little slice, maybe. I want to like use as much of these pages as I can, because I don't like holding on to partially used sheets all that much. Like these, I'm just gonna destash them. I used to hold on to them, and then I'm like, for what? I'm not going to ever reach for this like weird, like just less than 7 headers. Like, it's never gonna happen. So I've just been like, no, get rid of it, don't need it. Okay, that is the base. What do you guys think? I think this is actually so beyond beautiful. I love it. Let's zoom on in. Here we go. On a little ride. Zoom in. Okay. So, we are going to now jump on into the daily. Okay. I need a sip of my soda. Okay. So the first half of the week was quite boring, honestly. And I'm a very miserable person when I'm bored. So I was kind of grumpy all week until Wednesday, and then come Thursday, it was my karma for being a bitch for no reason all week. Everything went wrong. You name it, went wrong, 100%. So we are going to start by doing the classic 5 that I put on Monday usually. I tend to flip-flop between the patterned and the plain. It doesn't matter. The patterns are very light, so you can't super see them on the like actual strip, but I think it's fun to go back and forth. Why the hell not? I'm actually gonna grab another solid just because I don't want to use another one of that exact one. Monday mornings I mark kind of a lot. The first thing I'm gonna mark is payday, and I am using this $sign. It's from the neutral colorway from Carly Plans. And I do have a code with Carly Plans. You can use Hannah15 to save 15% and get my freebie. And I do have a payday script from my shop, Font Choice 1 in silver. And it was the first, so this is also the day that I get billed for my SPC mystery kit. So I have the money bags from SPC. Then we did go to the post office to drop off packages and orders. So that little bat mail is from Carly Plans. I believe it's still in the shop post-Halloween, but don't hold me to it. And then I have a PO drop script that's a custom from my shop in Font Choice 5. Then we did grab McDonald's breakfast, as we tend to do. We actually got Burger King breakfast today. That might be the new move for a little bit. We'll see. The McDonald's bag is from ScribblePrintsCo. And then I have a silver McDonald's script from my shop in Font Choice 5. And then I do usually film on Mondays. Today is Monday. So that camcorder is from Carly Plans. And I do have a film script from my shop in Font Choice 5 in silver. Moving on to the second portion of the day. This was honestly still during the morning, but ran out of room. I did plan for the next week, so I do have from Carly Plans a bat planner and a plan script from my shop in Font Choice 1. And then I was just being a fucking witch this day. I was so grumpy for straight up no reason. I was just really bored, honestly. And when I get bored, it is just, I'm not a nice person, I guess. So I just have this like emoji face from the Coffee Monsters Co. in a grumpy bitch script from my shop in font choice 4. And then Chris hates when I'm grumpy. Who wouldn't? And so he suggested we played Mario Party, which honestly just, I don't remember, one of the days we played this week, it infuriated me more because, oh my god, that game. It was just a lot of both. He insisted we played with the bonus star, and then we both kept losing to the fucking computer. I hate the bonus star. Anywho, this Switch sticker is from Carly Plans, and I love to layer those with the Mario icons from my shop when we play Mario. And I do have a custom Mario Party script from my shop. And then I'm just gonna grab this thicker washi strip. And I have a TV here from the Fruity Sticker Co. Since we're finished with Marvel, we're now moving on to my picks. There was, I think, 21 Marvel movies, so I get to pick 21 movies. The first one I made Chris watch was the Bee movie because he had never seen it and he hated it. But, you know, we watched it. It happened. I mean, I think it's cute, but whatever. Moving on to good old Tuesday. Am I in frame? Okay. The first thing is my credit card bill is due on the 2nd, so I have a little credit card sticker here from Carly Plans and a custom CC bill script from my shop in font choice 5. I did, holy crap, I did sleep in this day, so I do have, I'm gonna mark this here, and I have a pillow here from Fruity Sticker Co. and a sleep in script from my shop, font choice 5 in silver. Then I want to use one of the like smaller flags from the kit so that we can fit it in here. This was the day that I packed up all of the advents and it took a really long time. So I have this like envelope sticker here from Carly Plans and a work script from my shop in font choice 5. Moving on, this is where things start getting really fucking annoying about the week. So basically, the bridal salon where I got my wedding dress. Long story, I would say long story short, probably long story long. I bought a wedding dress years ago because I was engaged prior, yada, yada, yada. It didn't work out, but me and the guy, like, are cool. Like, I literally just got dinner with his mom, like, last week. So on and so forth. So I don't have any, like, issues with the dress, and it was very expensive, and it's, like, the perfect dress. So I'm wearing the same dress. So I called them, and I told them, well, first off, I tried calling them, like, 4 times. Nobody ever got back to me. So then I emailed them being like, hey, like, I have this dress. I bought it from you guys, yada, yada, yada. I told her the whole thing. When should I come in? And she's like, oh, well, just come in. Can you come in today? And I was like, no. I think it was, like, in March. I emailed her. I was like, no, I'm at work. And I was like, just so you know, like, the wedding's not till May of next year. Like, I just wasn't sure how soon I needed to bring it in. So she had me book an appointment for like 2 weeks after that. Whatever, I bring it in, we do a couple of fittings, and she's like, okay, well, since your wedding's not until next May, just give us a call a couple of months before the wedding for your to schedule your final fitting. And I'm like, okay, cool. So on this day, she calls me and says, so did you want to schedule your final fitting and pick up your dress before the end of the year? My wedding is at the end of May, not even the beginning, May 21st. You're calling to ask me if I want to have my final fitting on a dress I'm going to wear on the biggest day of my life 6 months before my wedding? Absolutely not. And so I said to her, I was like, no, my wedding's not until May. Why would I have my final fitting now? She proceeds to say to me, well, you see, like, we're running out of room to store things. I don't get how that's my problem. Why did you have me bring it in? Like, I don't have any place to store things. I was storing it at my grandma's house, but she's, like, mentally not doing the best, and I don't trust having it there. I don't have anywhere to store it. Like, I live in a 2-bedroom apartment that I run my business out of. And so she's like, okay, well, you might have to come pick it up by February, da 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 da. And was just having all this attitude, and I was just so mad about it. So I'm going to use this little thing, and I have a little wedding shoe from the wedding sampler from Carly Plans, and just a script from my shop that just says, fuck this, and font choice 2. It was just so annoying. And on top of that, I if you knew her personality, she's like so scatterbrained, so just like wild all over the place at all times, that it just adds to the annoyance of the situation. But like February, as long as it's like the end of February, that's like at least okay. But like, it's a couple of months, not 6 months. Ugh, so irritating. Anywho, so I'm gonna use this label here to mark that I called both my sister and my friend Caitlin to bitch about this shit. That phone is from Carly Plans. And then I want to use a movie marquee. I think oh no, it's literally, those are the 2 colors of the movie marquees. So I guess not. We'll use this box, and I'll pull a TV in from Pretty Sticker Co. to mark that we watched Shrek, another one of my picks. Moving on to Wednesday. First things first, I did get lunch with a friend of mine that I used to work with at my old job. We both have since quit. Her name is Katie. We went and got Mexican food. So I do have this like chips and cheese dip something from Pretty Sticker Co. to mark that. And then I came home and I put that I don't know what I worked on, but I worked on something, evidently, this day. So I'm gonna use one of these squared off boxes, and I do have a printer sticker from Chasing Shells. I used to use these all the time, so I thought I'd bring one in, and a work script from my shop in Font Choice 1. This was another day that Chris and I played Mario Party. This could have been the day I got really angry at the game. Couldn't really tell you. So yeah, I'm gonna mark it the same way. I have the switch sticker from Carly Plans with another Mario silver icon from my shop, and a custom Mario Party script from my shop. And then, like I said, I was a grumpy one, so I am going to use another little thing to mark that I was a grumpy B word. So I have another face from the Coffee Monsters Co. and a grumpy bitch script from my shop in Font Choice 4. You cannot see that at all, but we are rolling with it. Next thing I'm gonna mark is that I FaceTimed with my friend Shanna. She's one of my bridesmaids. She lives down in Myrtle Beach, and she hadn't talked in a while, and I texted her. I was like, I miss you, and she's like, I miss you too, and then just like instantly FaceTimed me. So we talked for quite some time. It was really nice to catch up with her. I do miss her dearly. And then we watched another movie this night. We watched Annie, the original one, like red hair Annie. And I have a TV here from Carly Plans to mark that. That is the first half of the week. Moving on to the second portion. Thursday, I did sleep in, apparently. Okay. We will use this like light tan color. And I have a pillow here from Pretty Sticker Co. and a sleep-in script from my shop in Font Choice 5. And then I'm going to use a page flag in black to mark that I was working on stuff for like PR packages for whenever I have my next PR team, because I just want to get ahead, and I was trying to print and cut and foil all of the January releases. So I was trying to work the work scripts for my shop in Font Choice 4, but then my foiler broke. And you know, it would be whatever, except for the fact that I just got this foiler. My old foiler broke after like a year, in like 2 months. So I bought a new one, and like they are not cheap. It's like hundreds of dollars. Bought this new foiler and it broke in 2 weeks. So that was me being upsetty spaghetti. So then I like called to try to get the situation resolved, and it was like a nightmare. So I called like the website I bought it from, and the girl's just like, yeah, well, Like, basically, first off, she keeps cutting me off, and then she's just like, well, hold on. Well, hold on, for like 3 minutes straight. Finally, she's like, okay, well, is it turning on? And I'm like, well, if you let me explain the situation, you'd know. Yes, it's turning on, like, it's heating up, but like the rollers in it aren't spinning, so it won't feed anything through, yada yada. And she's like, okay, well, you're just gonna have to call them, like the makers of it. And I was like, no. I'm like, I need this resolved. Like, she said that she was gonna have me or them call me. And I was like, okay, well, I need this resolved like today. I need a new one by tomorrow. Like, this is my business. And she's like, yeah, we can't do that. And I'm like, well, why not? You can overnight it to me. It's not my fault that it's broken. She's like, yeah, we just don't have any in stock. I'm like, I'm on your website right now, and I can add it to my cart for next day delivery. She's like, yeah, we just don't have it. So I'm like, whatever. So she says these other people are going to call me. Like, a couple of hours later, this guy calls me, and we end up I have to FaceTime this random man in California, which was annoying. And so then he's like, ooh, do you have somebody there to help you take it apart? As if I can't use a fucking screwdriver myself. So we take it apart. He tries to troubleshoot. It's not working, yada yada. He's like, okay, I'm gonna talk to Gloria and she'll get a replacement out to you. And I was like, okay, is she gonna call me? Yeah. He's like, it might not be Gloria specifically, but somebody will call you. And I'm like, okay, cool. They're in California, so time goes by. The time I had called them was 3 o'clock here in New York, so noon there. By 8 o'clock here, which is 5 o'clock there, nobody called me. Okay. So that was really annoying. And then we'll get into the second part of it on Friday, because that's where the story ended for today. So I have another phone from Carly Plans and just a what the fuck script from my shop in black in font choice 4, because that's genuinely how I felt about the situation, was just like, what the fuck. So then this evening we had family night with Chris's family, which means we went over to his mom's house and played some games and had some food. This board game is from Carly Plans, and this is just a custom I made for myself with Drina and Jeremy. It's so funny because, like, I'm the world's pickiest eater, and I don't enjoy making it other people's problems. She wanted to make like steak and potatoes. I will never eat that, or steak and baked potatoes. I don't eat baked potatoes. I don't eat steak, whatever. She's like, well, I can make you something separate, or I can pick something up for you. And I was literally said to her, I was like, as long as it doesn't offend you, I will just bring something for myself. And she's like, I don't give a fuck. I just care about seeing you. So I brought my own. Like, I literally got Burger King on the way there. But that is besides the point. So then we watched a movie. We watched Matilda. So I do have a TV there from the Fruity Sticker Co. Moving on to Friday, where we are going to resume my story of doom momentarily. The first thing I wanted to mark was that rent was due. We have to pay rent by the 5th, and I always intend to pay it on the 1st, and then I never remember, and then I'm like, oh fuck. We literally paid it at like midway through the day on Friday. So rent was due. The house is from my shop. The rent script is from my shop. Font choice 5. That's in silver. That's in black. Okay, resuming the story. So I called these people at 11 o'clock my time, which was 8 o'clock their time, which is when they opened. I don't know if just nobody was there, they didn't flip over the phones, but I was just getting like the menu that's like just telling me all the people's extensions. There was one notable female name. So I dialed that extension because I was like, I think he said Gloria. That's not what this says, but he referred to her as a her, so that's the best bet. It's like, okay, let me try that extension for you to leave a message or something. Literally just silence, not any hold music. I keep checking to see if it hung up, and then I just go back to the directory. So then I just pick a random other extension and leave a message for some random ass person. Nobody calls me back. Hours later, I call again. And I'm like, yo, like, hi, I spoke with you guys yesterday. I FaceTimed a gentleman. I don't remember his name. And she's like, oh, Israel? And I'm like, I don't know his name. Oh, he's the only tech we have. I'm like, okay, yeah, then probably him. And I'm trying to explain, like, the situation. She's like, let me transfer you to him. Cuts me right off. And I'm like, that's not helpful. I don't need to talk to him. So I get on the phone with him, and I'm like, hey, like, nobody ever called me yesterday. And he was like, I'll check into it right now. He was super nice, super helpful. Whatever. But then it's just like, okay, bye. He, like, hangs up. And I'm like, okay. Hours go by again. By now it's, like, the afternoon. And the lady from the original, like, place that I called, not even, like, the manufacturer of the product, like, the website I ordered it from, calls me, Gloria. basically saying that they have overnighted me a new one, and it'll be here Monday because UPS doesn't deliver on Fridays for overnight, which I know is a fact because of my prior job. We ran into that a lot. But I'm like, oh, so now you have it in stock to overnight it. Please tell me how the fuck that works. I was so livid. So again, I have another one of these phones from Carly Plans, and then I just have a shitty morning script from my shop in black and font choice too. So then I proceeded to watch a lot of YouTube this week. I do have a backup foiler, but that's another thing. My backup foiler is straight up just like the mink foiler that you can buy at like Michael's or Joann Fabrics, and it isn't like, it's not that it foils bad, it's just very, very, very slow, and I've broken like 5 of them. That's when I decided to go like a heavy duty one. So I guess fine to get me through the weekend, but it like takes so much longer because it is so slow. And meanwhile, well, these people aren't calling me back. I'm like, I need something like next week. I need to make sure that this shit's rocking and rolling before Black Friday. So I then go on and order a different brand of foiler from a different website. So now it's Monday. The replacement they sent me arrived, but I'm like, I'm not canceling my other order because I don't trust that this shit's not going to break again. So now I'm just going to have 2 heavy-duty foilers is what it is. So YouTube binge. Movie clapper icon and YouTube binge script, both from my shop. My favorite way to mark that. Next thing I'm going to mark is that we did go grocery shopping. And I do have a grocery cart icon. I don't know if Carly still has these, but she used to, so I'm using what I have. And it's from Carly's shop. And then I have a Wegmans script from my shop in font choice 5. And then because I was having such a bad day, and my fiance is the greatest person on earth, he was like, let me buy you McDonald's to cheer you up. And you know what? I let him. I said, okay. So I do have a chicken nugget icon here from Carly Plans and a McDonald's script, font choice 5 from my shop. Then we came home and I started to work on orders and such. I'm going to use the light tan here, and I do have a computer icon from Carly Plans and a work script from my shop in font choice 1. While I was working, I did watch some Sailor Moon, which I've since taken a break from because I really hate it, and my mental health has not been the best, so I'm watching something that brings me joy, aka Harry Potter, on repeat. TV here from Carly Plans and a Sailor Moon script from my shop in font choice 5. And then this night was actually something exciting happened. I officially got orders in all 50 states. I was missing Alaska, and somebody from Alaska did order. So if you, girl from Alaska, I remember your name. I ain't gonna say it though because I don't know if you want that on YouTube, but thank you. That was very good. Like, I got an order straight up from Bermuda before I got Alaska. Like, what are the odds of that? So I do have a airplane icon from Carly Plans. I'm just gonna write all 50. That was very exciting. On to the good old Saturday. First thing I'm gonna mark is that we did laundry at me Padres. This sticker is not the color I thought it was. I need to go pull a different one because that does not match at all. This is purple. Okay. Grabbed a detergent sticker from Carly Plans. Gonna pop that in here, and I'm gonna use a laundry script from my shop in font choice 5. And then I need to fit in 3 mother truckin' little things in here. This is not the right color. The fuck? No. Okay, so first things first is we got our Christmas PJs, which is exciting. I had this one Smart with Love little Rudolph. I thought matched good enough. Then, again, every day something bad happens, okay? We had this debacle. I'm going to cut off that I don't give a fuck part. Just use the middle fingers. At Hobby Lobby. So Chris and I go to Hobby Lobby because I needed to get some scrapbooking stuff. We're walking. We turn out of the aisle. In the walkway, there's this man just standing there texting. And so Chris says, excuse me, and he goes, yeah, you're excused. And just continues to stand there on his phone and, like, I like am like sort of likely to say something to somebody if they're rude as fuck, but like it was so baffling to me that like I walked away and I'm just like, what the fuck just happened? Like it took my mind a while to process that shit. Hated him. That was awful. This burrito sticker is from Carly Plans to mark that we went to Taco Bell, which they also left an item out of my bag. So that was really fun and exciting. Next up, gonna mark that I worked when I got home. I do have this character sticker from PlannerCo that is no longer available, but I spent money on it, so I'm gonna use it. Got a work script from my shop in font choice 4. Then I did watch a bit of YouTube this evening. So this like black little thing there, and a movie clapper, and a YouTube binge script and from my shop in font choice 4. And then I did watch the Half-Blood Prince after I was done binging YouTube. So I just have a little sorting hat sticker here from Carly Plans. And then moving on to Sunday, I just realized I never wished my friend a happy birthday yesterday, and I want to kill myself. I literally talked to him all day, every day, and I did not wish him a happy birthday. Oh my god, I feel like such a terrible person. Okay, so it's my friend's birthday that I apparently fucking forgot because I'm awful. And I filmed and I worked. Okay. So, friend's birthday, I have a cupcake from Carly Plans. Filming, I have a bat wax from Carly Plans and a film script from my shop in font choice 5. I have a vintage computer sticker from Carly Plans. Doesn't exist anymore in her shop. This is what she has now, but I have it, so I'm going to use it. Work script from my shop in font choice 1. And then Chris and I went to get dinner. We got Mexican food because I've been having a rough one. I have a foiled taco sticker from PrintsCo, and then a Rio Grande custom from my shop. Then, this was a really fun moment. We went over to my sister's apartment to meet her new doggo. His name is Bruce. He was adopted, so he came with that name. His actual full name is Bruce Wayne, based on what they said. So I think that's funny, makes me giggle. Then I'm gonna mark that I had a Harry Potter binge. I do have a Cloak of Invisibility from like, I don't know. Once More Love, the Coffee Monsters Co. One of them bitches who look exactly the same. And then this was my other big issue. So for my advents, I had like no estimated shipping time. However, Etsy doesn't like inform you that if you don't ship it within 12 weeks, you can't ship it on their website. Which like, you get like a discount on shipping on their website because like I charge you guys like $4 for shipping because that's like what it costs. And then international, I end up like losing money on the shipping for those because I don't feel comfortable charging somebody, literally like people in Australia and New Zealand, like their shipping ends up being like almost $18, and I'm not charging you that. So it's like this whole thing. So some of them I'm able to print, and I call them, she's like, just like, yeah, there's nothing we can do for you. Like, it is what it is. And I'm like, okay, well, that's honestly bullshit. Like, I should have hung up on her because I was just so irritated. So I'm like trying to use one of these third-party like websites you can use to print shipping labels. One of them, it just like keeps saying that like they can't use my card, it's being declined by my like card service. So I call them, they're like, no, everything's good on our end, yada yada. Oh, so frustrating. So I end up finding one that I can use that is working, but I can't do international. And to like ship it, anything else international, like it was ranging from like Canada people like $30, but like Australia and New Zealand like $80 to ship it. And I'm like, I'm not doing that. Like that's an absolute no. So there was 5 international people. I messaged them all on Etsy, basically being like, hey, like I'm gonna put up a listing, or if this works for you, then I'll do this. Otherwise, like I can refund it. I don't really have any other options at this point, but I I can put up a listing for $1 and give you a code for free shipping, and then you can purchase that and I'll refund you the $1 just so I can print the shipping label through Etsy, yada, yada, yada. And like, it warms my heart by how sweet everybody was. They were all so understanding, so kind, all got back to me by the time I went to the post office the next day so that I could drop everything off at the same time. And it just like really warmed my heart to like have people be so kind, because this was me all night long. I was up all night, so fucking stressed. And I have a script that says fuck this from my shop and font choice too. But it was just like the worst experience I've had so far as a shop owner. But I'm going to hyper speed fill this in, and then I will be back to show you the finished spread, what I have left, and then we'll put the leftovers away. Spread, and I'm absolutely in love with how it turned out. I think it is so pretty. What I have left over is these headers, like I told you. I have some washi and date covers there, 2 underlays. I didn't use this box, but I will be saving that. I'll be taking some stuff off of here to save, as well as this page and this page. I used actually a lot of this page, but I'm going to destash the rest. I don't keep patterned things. I'm going to take a couple of things off of here, and then I'll take a couple of things off of here. So let me get my leftovers binder. I don't know if you guys told, I don't think anybody really told me if they like this or not. Which, I mean, I asked, but nobody got back to me on that. So I'm just going to keep doing it, because my problem is like if I don't do it now, I just won't do it for weeks, and it'll sit there, and I hate myself for that. So I'm going to put these 3 colors in brown, and then that one in black. There, I guess there's only one little thing. Half boxes. Honestly, I don't really know why I even keep the half boxes. Is this gray? Yeah, I'll put this in gray. Might be. Honestly, let me just go there now, because I thought it was more of like a grayish, but no, it's definitely just like a gray. Yeah. Much better choice. Okay. Got this little guy here that can go in there. Not this page yet. We can put this guy in here. Lots of labels. I try to really focus if you guys are somebody who, or if you're trying to like build up your like leftovers and like multicolor, my biggest suggestion is that when you're putting in your kit, try to use as much of like the patterned stuff as you can. Like I try to use a lot of the I only had 1 patterned label left, where I had like a ton of the solid ones, because you can bring the solid colors into other spreads where you can't always, or at least for me, I don't even save them. The patterns in patterned, oh my god, in like the pattern kits, it just like doesn't work out. So I have 1 black little thing to pop in here to have a half box. I should. So yeah, that's like my biggest piece of advice on that situation. I actually missed a tan flag, but yeah. Unless you're like a Franken planner, which if you are, you're a fucking badass, because the thought of that stresses me out so bad. I could never, absolutely not. Way too much brain power goes into that. So I will just spend my money on kits, because I will never be even attempting that nonsense. Not that it's nonsense, but like my brain don't work like that. That is for damn sure. Don't think I have any little things of this color. I don't know where that page went that had the little things on. Oh, it was this one. Yeah, no, definitely not. Half boxes, where are you? I used the half box in that color. Like, honestly, thank God I have, like, my leftovers like this. Oops, I forgot this little black guy. Because I have a lot of, like, older kits that would straight up be impossible to use for my planning style if it wasn't for me keeping my leftovers and keeping them so organized. Okay, and then we have a couple of things for this flag page. And then we are done. That is it, everybody. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you did not, give it a thumbs down. Either way, you're helping out my channel. Comment down below, subscribe if you have not already. I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.